गोपिका जीवनस्मरणं गोविंद गोविंद सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Radhe Radhe. With the immense grace of our Guru Maharaj and Thakurji, we have been relishing this series of Kannan Magigindran based on our Shri Swamiji's Kirtan, wherein he talks about serving the cows, sadhus, spreading kindness and various other deeds which please Bhagavan. Today we are going to talk about the verse Karpa Ondrinal Kannan Magigindran. Karpa, to begin with, means chastity or loyalty. In our culture, we see how the married woman would practice pativrata dharma by being faithfully devoted to their husbands and serving them with all their heart, mind and soul. This is Karpa, one-pointed devotion to the Guru and Bhagavan, or simply Ekanta Bhakti, which is chastity in thought, word and deed, because loyalty to one's master is the most pleasing quality one can possess. To understand this, let's take the example of Hanumanji, the sole epitome of Dasya Bhakti. In the Kishkinda Kandam of Ramayana, Lord Rama analyzes who to give his ring to, and he decides that it should be Hanumanji for his undoubtable loyalty, just as our Swati Tirunal Maharaja sings in his Bhavayami Raghurama. Vanarottama Sahita Vayusono Karaptita Bhanushatabha Svara Bhavyara Nanguliyam Yena Punara Nita Yona Chodamani Darshanam. Our Guru Maharaj also says in his shloka that Hanumanji banishes all the sorrow of Sita Mata. Aryada akhantakara tattuva ramane tutane. Aryada akhantakara tattuva Ramane Tutane Kanayari Kandu Ramamanayalin Tuyat Titai. In the first sarga of Sundara Kanda, Hanumanji says that he is indeed the Ramabana or the arrow of Lord Rama, and his main purpose is to accomplish his master's task, reach Lanka and find Sita Mata with a wind-like speed. Yatha Raghava Nirmuktaha Sharasvashana Vikramaha Gacchetvadvagamishyami Lankam Ravana Palitam. He says that for some reason, if he is unable to do so, he'll uproot the entire Lanka, bringing Ravana along with it. Sarvatha kritakaryoham yeshyami sahasitaya anayeshyami valankam samutpatya saravanam. In the Yuddha Kandam, when Hanumanji sees Lord Rama grieving over an unconscious Lakshmana, he takes the advice of Sushena and prepares himself to bring the Mount Aushadhi, also known as the Shailam Moshidha Parvatam, which consists of the herbs Vishalankarnin, Sanjeevikarnin and Sandharni. These herbs would heal the wound caused and also bring Lakshmana back to consciousness. But when Hanumanji went there, he was unable to figure out which herbs were which. So instead, he used all his might and brought the entire mountain to save Lakshmana. Iti sanchintya Hanuman katva kshipram mahabalaha asadhya parvatak shreshtam triprakramya girehe shiraha ullanana taruganam samutpatya mahabalaha grihitva harishardulo hastabhyam samatolayam sanilamiva jimutam toya purnam nabhastalat. This shows the valency and perseverance that Hanumanji saw to in his tasks when he served Lord Rama with all his majesty, just as our Swamiji sings. Sanjeevi parvatate nodiyil konarndu Rama Lakshmanarayum palittadu நீயே அன்றோ நம்பி வந்தேனே சுந்தர ஆஞ்சநேயா. Hanumanji's loyalty and one-pointed devotion fits this verse of கற்பு ஒன்றினால் கண்ணன் மகிழ்கின்றான். ஆஞ்சநேய சுவாமி கி ஜெய். கோபிகா ஜீவன ஸ்மரணம் கோவிந்தா கோவிந்தா. ஜானகி காந்த ஸ்மரணம் ஜெய ஜெய ராம ராமா. சத்குருநாத் மகாராஜ் கி ஜெய். ராதே ராதே.
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. Alva's Thiruvadigalai Sharanam. My sincere pranams to Guruji and all my teachers. Today I am going to be exploring the aspect of Guru Bhakti by delving into the story of one disciple. In one of the verses of our Swamiji's Madhur Geetam, Kannan Magazhinda, he talks about all the things Lord Krishna enjoys in terms of watching his bhaktas. He loves Gopi Chandanam, he loves Goseva, he loves Tulasi Puja, and on and on. Swamiji goes on to talk about various other joyful activities when he mentions one of the lines, Karpu Ondinal Kannan Magazhinda. The word Karpu in Tamil refers to the love shown by the wife only towards the husband. But in this case, it is the love and affection poured out to the one and only God by bhaktas. For instance, we could take Meerabai. She has sung innumerable songs, but they were all in praise of Govardhana Giridhari and Govardhana Giridhari only. Another example of this state is our Sridharaya, who poured out his love for Shiva. So was Nandanar, who surrendered to Chidambaram's Nataraj. I could go on and on, but let's make a connection between our three bhaktas. We can clearly observe that all of them directly surrendered to God. But our story is a little different. It is about a person who showed boundless love, faith and affection not towards God, but his Guru. Hearing this, we get reminded of two people. One, Ekanath, two, our Mother Kavi Alvar. Out of 12 Alvars present, 11 have sung in praise of God. Just one has sung about his Guru and only his Guru. That is our Mother Kavi Alvar. To give a little context, Mother Kavi was born all the way in the end of Dwapara Yuga, whereas Nammalvar's avataram took place in the beginning of Kali Yuga. Once, Mother Kavi was lying down under a tree when a blinding flash occurred, and there was a light that was moving southwards in the sky. It looked like no ordinary light. Thus, Mother Kavi Alvar began following it. He walked and walked and walked until it disappeared in a town called Alvar's Tirunagari. As Mother Kavi wondered where this light was, he saw a huge Brahman tree. In its hollow was a divine lad, sitting in Padmasana in a subconscious state. That was the first time Mother Kavi Alvar saw his Acharya Nammalvar. Mother Kavi Alvar went closer, and all he did was ask one question. செற்றதின் வயிற்றில் சிறியது பிறந்தால் எத்தை தின்று எங்கே கிடக்கும்? The atom-sized Jivatma present in our lifeless body, where does it go and what does it consume? The young lad, who hadn't spoken for multiple years now, replied, Attai tindru ange kedukkum. It will drown in the ocean of samsara and will be entertained by the 5 indriyas. Hearing this, Mother Kavi Alvar was astounded. He immediately fell at Nammalvar's feet, prostrated, and surrendered to Nammalvar that very moment. From then on, Mother Kavi Alvar was Nammalvar's inseparable disciple. The 2 great services that Mother Kavi Alvar has done for all of us is, first of all, he documented all the divine verses of Nammalvar as he was singing in an ecstatic state. The Prabandhams being Thiruviruttam, Thiruvasiriyam, Periya Thiruvandadi and Thiruvayumadu. They are known as the Tamil Vedas. Secondly, he established to the world how a true Sishya has to behave towards his or her Acharya. In Madhurakavi's one and only Prabandham Kannenum Siruthambu, he pours out his bhakti towards Nammalvar in the 10 Pasurams. The first Pasuram. Kannenum Siruthambinar Katunna Panniya Perumayan Jannappanil நன்னித்தன் குருவூர் நம்பியன்றக்கால் அன்னிக்கும் அமுதூரும் என்னாவுக்கே. In this pasuram, Madhurakavi Alvar recalls an incident where Nammalvar once fell unconscious thinking about the helpless state of Krishna in Damodara Lila. Seeing this, Madhurakavi Alvar says, Ennappanil nani tenkuruvur nammi endrakkal annikkum amadurum ennavukke. He compares the name of Lord Krishna and his Acharya Nammalvar. He says, Kanna, 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 then kuruvur nammi, kuruvur nammi, kuruvur nammi. And he says, then kuruvur nammi endrakkal amadurum ennavukke. His Acharya's name is the one that tastes sweeter. That's the amount of bhakti that Madhurakavi Alvar showed towards his Acharya. In the second Pasuram, Navinal Navitru Inbamedinen Mevinen Avan Ponnadimeimmaye Devu Mattariyen Kurur Nambi Pavin Nisai Padittirivane. In this verse, Madhurakavi Alvar talks about how Nammalvar directly surrenders to God, whereas he surrenders to Nammalvar, not God. Hearing this, other people claim that what Madhurakavi says is untrue. But he replies, Meimmaye Devu Mattariyen Kuruvur Nambi. It is very much the truth, as I do not know a God other than Nammalvar himself. In the third Pasuram, he goes on to talk about how Nammalvar's Purushartham, which is goal in life, was to attain moksha and be in eternal service with God. Whereas Madhurakavi's Purushartham was of doing never-ending kaitaryan to Nammalvar. Likewise, he goes on to talk about various other things, and he says, whatever experience that Nammalvar had with Lord Krishna, Madhurakavi Alvar had the exact same anubhavams with his Acharya Nammalvar. Swami Deshikan beautifully captures the essence of this entire Prabandham in just one passage, which goes like this. Inbattil இறைஞ்சுதலில் இசைக்கும் பேற்று இகழாத பல்லுறவில் இராகம் மாற்றில் தன் பற்றில் வினை விலக்கில் தகவோக்கத்தில் தத்துவத்தை உணர்த்துதலில் தன்மையாக்கில் அன்பர்க்கே அவதரிக்கும் ஆயன் நிற்க அருமறைகள் தமிழ் செய்தான் தாளே கொண்டு துன்பற்ற மதுர கவிகள் தோன்ற காட்டும் தொல்வழியே நல்வழிகள் துணிவார்கட்கே. In this pasuram, Swami Deshikan says that Nammalvar says that his beloved eternal mother and father is Lord Krishna, whereas Madhurakavi Alvar says his beloved eternal mother and father is Nammalvar. Nammalvar says it's Lord Krishna who enlightened him with divine knowledge, but Madhurakavi Alvar says it's Nammalvar who enlightened him with divine knowledge. Nammalvar says it's Lord Krishna who removed all his sins from innumerable births and so on, whereas Mother Kavi Alvar says it's Nammalvar who removed all these things from his innumerable birds and so on. As a Phalashruti, Mother Kavi Alvar in his Prabandham says, those who sing this Prabandham will get to rule the abode of Sri Vaikuntha. This means Krishna is so very much pleased with a disciple who reveres his Acharya that he considered his abode to be their own. Mother Kavi Alvar's life, teachings best exemplify the line from Guruji's Kirtanam, Kannan Magidendra. The line being Karpu Ontina, Kannan Magidendra. May Sri Mother Kavi Alvar bless us with Acharya Bhakti like his own. Alvar Tiruvadigalai Sharanam. Sadguru Nath Maharaj ki Jai.